Voices Beyond Silence Initiative VOBSI, in collaboration with the Center for Gender Studies, Bayero University, Kano, has organized a workshop to sensitize the public to the menace of gender-based violence. Maria Suleiman, founder of VOBSI, said the initiative was formed to address the gaps in tackling gender-based violence in northern Nigeria.
I came up with this initiative when I realized that there are still gaps in tackling GBV, especially in the northern part, especially in Kano. So I came up with the idea of, building my own initiative so that I can collaborate with other organizations, stakeholders, and even the government to see that the GBV survivors and GBV itself is getting the justice that it deserves. Our vision is to see that all victims of gender-based violence are getting the justice they deserve, and to mitigate it, because especially in Kano, the issue has been increasing. It has been on increase, I think, for more than 4 years now, based on the investigations that we conducted. So I need to see that reduce, at least if we cannot eradicate it completely, but we want to see it at the minimum. It's very prevalent in Kano, to the extent that, out of 10 children, or out of 10 girls and boys, about 4 to 5 of them are being raped on daily basis.
The National Human Rights State Coordinator, Malam Abdullahi Shehu, confirmed that gender-based violence is on the rise in the society, especially in Kano State.
Sexual and gender-based violence is on the increase in the society now, particularly when you look at the Kano State aspect of it. You can see that its prevalence is unbecoming. Women and children are being subjected to all forms of sexual and gender-based violence, more especially those that are happening within the matrimonial home. From January to date, the office has a total number of 1,600 complaints, which mostly are sexual and gender-based violence. And when you look at when you compare it with the previous year, you can see that it is on the increase by at least 5 to 6%, which is so alarming. If you can have an increase of 5 to 6% of something that is happening in the society, definitely there's supposed to be a structural approach in order to reduce.
Similarly, the police public relations officer, Kano Command, said the issue of gender-based violence requires the cooperation of all stakeholders in the society.
The issue of gender-based violence requires the cooperation and the collaboration of all stakeholders. These are cases that the police record almost on daily basis, and all this requires the cooperation of all to get to the root of this problem. When you look at the issue of gender-based violence, it's an issue that is affecting our community today, and members of the community are less concerned of the continuous growth of this kind of gender-based violence. As far as the police is concerned, the Nigeria Police Force has already established specialized units across all levels handling issues that has to do with gender-based violence, as well as trained personnel, usually are females, that are handling these cases. So we are performing effective investigations and prosecuting those that were found wanting as far as the issue of gender-based violence is concerned.
The director, Bayero University Broadcasting Services, Dr. Suleiman Yaradua, said the workshop is mainly to sensitize people to the menace of gender-based violence. Yaradua therefore warned families of victims of gender-based violence to stop shielding perpetrators, but rather report the act so the perpetrators can be brought to justice.
I'm trying to see how victims of gender-based violence can seek redress, especially in the court of law, because some of them fear victimization, and that's why they don't come forward. So we're here to sensitize them, to make sure that they appreciate the importance of getting justice for themselves and for their families. And for the families that usually shield the perpetrators of gender-based violence, we're trying to make them come to terms with the fact that by shielding perpetrators of gender-based violence, they are doing disservice to the society, because If they allow the perpetrators to continue or to go scot-free, it means the perpetrator will commit it one more time.